I mean, theoretically, yes. I mean, for a while, Elon and his team only had read access to certain things. Right. You can convert screenshots into text and then dump it into an Excel spreadsheet in ChatGPT. You think his team of tech bros can't figure out their way around read-only access? There are still computers in the sub-basement of the government running on original Apple and DOS. You'd be terrified by some of the technology that runs our government. It's older than I am. I'm sure somewhere in the government, in a department we've all forgotten about, there's probably an original IBM running. If not some, like, garage project that Steve Wozniak was working on and then forgot about. Yes, technically a judge has stopped Elon from doing several things. Has that stopped him? No. Has he walked into multiple buildings and gotten exactly what he wanted? Yes, because nobody will tackle that douche to the floor. He's walked the halls of Congress, he's walked the walls of White House. Like, he is so up on ketamine and spork fork building. You could tackle him and he probably wouldn't know. And yet nobody has. The only place he's walked into recently where he got stopped was the CIA headquarters. He walked in and he walked out about 10 minutes later. Whatever the hell the CIA said to him was enough for him to be like, mm-mm. Thus far, that's the only place he's been kept out of. Considering how many people in government are loyal to Trump, do I think he's probably got somebody's login anyway? Yeah. I mean, the fact that we're using Signal, I would assume somebody has downloaded our vital information and uploaded it to Google Sheets so they could work on it from home. Talk to anybody in IT support at your average corporation about how many people and how many things they've done to put the company at risk. Like, to this day, IT still sends out phishing emails to see who responds to 2 free tickets to the movie because it still works. And the thing is, with the Trump administration and Elon's administration, the courts have told them what they can and cannot do. That doesn't mean that they haven't gotten the information they want anyway. They're totally disregarding the Department of Justice. As a matter of fact, today, Mike Johnson, the guy who has that Christian accountability software on his phone, so he and his son can monitor each other's corn access, that scans every email, text, and web search on a phone. The good news is everything Mike Johnson sees is seen by a Christian app that's just making sure it's not corn. Okay, maybe just don't Google corn. That would just be expecting way too much of Matt. So, essentially, Mike Johnson threatened today to get rid of federal courts. Not just the judges, like federal courts. You keep on making decisions we don't like. We should just eliminate you guys. There's a Doge savings for you. No needs for judges. Well, except for the Supreme Court, because it just looks good for us that we keep winning there. So there's, like, how it's supposed to work and how it works. Kind of like all parents are like, we're going to be the best as parents. And then there's the reality of parenting that no matter how hard you try, you're going to fail at least a little. It's impossible to win, no matter what Instagram families say. It's just not possible. Assume that Elon Musk has all the data he needs. In the very least, with the data he got so far from the US government, plus everything you can just scoop up in the world of Google, there's very little he doesn't know. What he would very much like is the ICE list. Well, the IRS taxes list of all the undocumented, because they would very much like to be able to waive, like, legit warrants in people's faces, because, aimlessly wandering and just, trapping actual citizens who have the unfortunate issue of looking minority. Not that it's unfortunate, but, like, that ICE thinks they look like a minority, and that's enough for ICE to detain you. Your tattoo is of a rose. I'm an 80-year-old grandmother. I got it for my grandson. Doesn't matter. It's a gang affiliation. Locked up. Long story short, the administration ignores the courts, so